Great morning. Just to show I'm fair, I will do a read on what will take place when Biden passes. Okay. Now we hope that he lives for many years. We hope that that cancer is cured. Absolutely. We want the best for Biden. He has always been a statesman and somebody that has cared about the country. He's faced a lot of hardship in life. He lost a son, lost a wife, a lot of tragedy that he went through and faced, okay? Nothing but respect for Biden. So we'll pull 18 cards and we're going to look at it and see what it says. I've got a feeling it's going to be a way different reading than it was for the Mango Mussolini, the Orange Menace. Because the energy of Biden versus Trumpenstein is like the light to the dark, okay? Now, hopefully I've got enough room. These cards are pretty large. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hopefully I've got enough room to lay these out. But again, I'm going to pull the 18 cards and then we'll look at it together and see what it says. Is it going to be about so many people honoring him across the world, or will it be about the Magatonian sour grapes and drama? Remains to be seen. But again, we want the best for Biden. In his illness, we've seen Trumpenstein's sons coming out with just absolutely heinous things that they're saying. Oh, why didn't Jill Biden see it? She's a doctor. Well, idiot. Hey, Mr. Nose Candy. He's such an idiot. He thinks because she's a doctor that she's a medical doctor. What an idiot. And this fool wants to run for the presidency, thinks he's got a shot. Hey, Sniffy, it's not going to happen. Okay, so let's see. What's driving the reason? What's driving the reading is that things being juggled, okay? Some things being juggled when it comes to Biden, when it comes to Tower moment, okay? A Tower moment feeling when it comes to passing, okay? Passing. It would be feeling like a Tower moment, and people would be feeling loss, okay? Because the lid is off and he was a person of compassion. And they will have a lot of feelings when it comes, feelings of loss. Feelings of loss. Okay? So it's going to feel a tightrope moment. Again, a Tower moment with the passing of Biden. Now again, we hope that he's here for many, many more years. But everyone's going to pass. So the reading's about his control, the actions, okay? The actions, okay? The new things. When it comes to the action and this feeling of loss, okay? Despair. Despair. With what new, concrete, new thing is coming. The action. So the energy coming into it is, that he's had this fight going forward. He was a person of action. And again, what was being given out, okay? What he tried to give out and the despair about this dark element. Okay? So this was about his fight, his actions, the things that he said, and he tried to put into place when it comes to the despair, the difficulty peoples are having with the dark drama of Trumpenstein. So the gates were opening, okay? Gates are opening. There was this struggle, a lot of struggle, difficulty, and then we have the truth. That he was a warrior for truth and wanted to stand up for the right judgment. He was a warrior against the despair that people felt with Trumpenstein. The challenge was the manipulations that took place. Okay? Now, we had, again, that manipulation by Trumpenstein to, again, railroad the elections to take it away, got the knowledge, the evidence he's got the evidence when it came to Trumpenstein. Okay? So he did what he could to stand up. And again, we know that the election was stolen from Kamala. Okay? He manipulated. Trumpenstein manipulated. They have the evidence against Trump. And so Biden, during that time, was doing all he could to fight. Now, he brought in a lot of proclamations. He brought in a lot of the executive, what do you call it? The executive things that he brought in, and every single thing that he did, the minute that Trumpenstein came in, he reversed all of them. Okay? He reversed all of them. So, potential outcome is rapid truth, wanting the truth. Okay? When it came to, again, the monetization of everything and the difficulties they brought to families, extra information about wanting to go forward, putting out that rapid truth, wanting to go forward to something better, looking at the history, okay, of the Republic and wanting to temper things, wanting to make things better for families, okay? So we look at this, again, what's driving it is feeling in a precarious place. When a tower moment will feel like it's a devastating thing with the loss when Biden passes, okay, we will be feeling a lot of loss. Because why? He was somebody that wanted to go forward to make things better. When it came to the history and things, he wanted to temper. He wanted to bring things to balance as much as he could. Okay? Now, I'm sure he would do as much as he could from the other side. He will continue to be watching over what is taking place. Oop, just dropped a card. But let's go ahead and look at this and do the reading. So the four corners are about taking action when it came to absolute truth, getting to it for families and the despair that families are feeling. Okay? So again, people are going to be feeling a lot of loss because people understand Biden is fighting for them. He's always, and he stood up and he continues, to not mince words when it comes to Trump. In the center of it, we have the struggle. What's being handed out when it comes to the evidence at hand, wanting the doors to open, figuring out the next move when it comes to the court system, etc. Okay? The truth, the struggle for truth, wanting that to move forward, the struggle when it comes to the actions and it comes to Trumpenstein, okay, the dark deeds, the struggle with the dark deeds that he was manipulating, okay. So people are concerned with the loss of Biden. They're looking at the problems that Trumpenstein has brought in, okay, his negativity. When it comes to the payoffs, and they're looking, at this path that they're struggling with, again, with the actions of this dark drama that Trumpenstein keeps doing, the takeaway about the actions of fighting for truth and the despair and feeling of loss, what's coming in, and trying to figure out the next action. When it comes to the evidence at hand, they're struggling with those of wealth and power, the manipulations by Trump. Okay, they want this fight for truth, rapid come in. They want to see this fight continue, and figuring out the next move for families. Okay, so when Biden passes, they will feel like they have lost someone that was always in the fight against the corruption of Trumpenstein and his ilk. Okay, again, tightrope, juggling this devastating loss. People will absolutely be feeling the loss. Unlike Trumpenstein, where a lot of people will be celebrating. For Biden, it will be a devastating loss for people because they saw that his life was about fighting corruption and doing what he could to make lives better for families, for people going forward, doing what he could against that dark energy, dark drama that the Trumpenstein regime is trying to bring in, this absolute corruption. And again, fighting, knowing that he stole the election. They did nefarious means to gain it, throwing out all these votes by challenging them, and the people did not get alerted that their vote had been challenged, and so that's the only way that Trump is in office now. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do the clarifying read and see what it says. So let's see, in the center of it all, we have, the loss when it comes to Biden. Now, he has well-deserved rest coming, okay? When you're on the other side, he's going to have a good life review because he's done what he can to fight for people, okay? So he will be having a well-deserved rest as he's going forward, okay, that action going forward into a peaceful rest. Now, like I said in the beginning, though, people will be feeling a devastating loss. He will have a well-deserved rest and freeing up from the difficulties he's had in life. So you will look at and count the things that you have there. It says, to bring the things for heaven. It was not about him in monetary greed, okay? It was, again, doing the best for humanity. Yeah, the judgment that's coming up, okay? He was not about greed. So let's see what we have, what he was holding up. Now we have here the message. Now this in the positive could be the message of Christ, okay? The how do you say it? Ixos. The symbol for Christ and early Christians was the fish. One would make half the size of fish. If they were Christian, they would add the other half to show that they were a Christian. And most assuredly, Biden is a Christian, okay? Unlike the one that holds the Bible upside down, okay? So he was for family, okay? He was a Christian. He was for families. And the foundation is, again, what he was offering. What he was trying to offer was genuine Christian ideals, okay? Christian ideals, Christian identification, doing the best for people. And that was a burden, okay? So now people will feel the burden of the loss of his messages, the loss of his ideals, and the choices made in life. He made choices in life for the families, okay? And that's the judgment on that he was a person for the families. And above it, we have that transition, okay? Transition. For him, it will be a peaceful transition, because what he was offering, again, was the message of Christ for the families, okay? And his life path was dedicated to that. So now we have the struggle. Now, people will be feeling out in the cold. They're feeling that they're wanting, that they have lost something in the light. So it's going to stand guard, okay? Standing guard, struggling, standing guard, feeling that things are up in the air, okay? Feeling that lack with the loss of Biden when he's going into the light, okay? With his passing, he will immediately go into the light. The strength. Why? Because he is a person that is, again, somebody that's Christian, that is looking towards the light, looking to something better. Now, people will be feeling the loss, and there will be a lot of prayers for Biden, okay? Absolutely strengthening from his transition, and he will be moving forward. Okay, yeah. And when it comes to the dark element, the dark drama, okay, he was in there always wanting to bring forward truth. He would stand for truth against that dark thing and would give out whatever could be given out for a victory, okay, to secure a victory. So what a vastly different reading for Biden than there was for Trumpenstein. Not a surprise, okay? People will be greatly feeling his loss. They'll be struggling because we know that the uber right will be saying a lot of crap, okay? And they will be struggling to defend Biden. They will be feeling things are up in the air when he transitions, and that they are out in the cold dealing with this. But for Biden himself, it will be a peaceful transition, walking into the light, having that strength, okay, because he is a man of prayer, and there will be a lot of prayers for Biden moving forward, having to deal with the dark element that we've got going on here. Again, wanting that truth, fighting for truth, what's being given out to a victory. Biden was always fighting for the people, okay? And Trumpenstein is against the people. 100%. There will be celebrating when Trumpenstein is gone, is what the reading said, basically. Okay? And Biden will be sorely missed. He will be honored. People will be standing up. People will be praying for him and his family, etc. But his transition will go well for him. He will finally get to have some peace, okay? Because he's gone through a lot of tragedy in his life. I think a lot of people forget that. He lost family in a horrid auto accident, and he lost a son due to what was it brain cancer? He lost a son. So he's faced a lot of tragedy in his life, and he continued to go forward for the people. Okay, continue to go forward for the people. Okay, he was a man of honor, or he is a man of honor. I won't say was, but that we're doing a reading about when that transition comes. Okay, so he's a man of honor, a man of faith. A total opposite of what you got with Trump. And the feeling of loss when he transitions. But again, we want the best for him. I always say when you do prayers, asking for the best. Asking for the best to be done. Okay? And I know 100%. When Biden transitions, he will have a very easy life review compared to the Orange Menace, which is going to have to face all of the pain that he has caused people for all of his life. Every single dirty deed that he has done, he will have to face it from the people. From their point of view, from what they went through. Biden, on the other hand, will get to see the gratitude, the love, and all of the other things that he continued to give people. Okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.